I'm so fucking mad right now. They try to get Trump because he's mentally ill. They try to get Trump because he's in with the Russians. They tried to get him because of whatever. We're going to lose the best president this country's ever had because he isn't a politician. Now you can't have a lawyer? I guess the Constitution doesn't mean a fucking thing anymore. You know, they want to ban assault weapons. Or guns, let's say. But if they ban assault guns, these same kids are going to find assault baseball bats, assault knives. Heck, they're teenagers. They might drive a car, an assault car. They've got real good imagination. They might even use an assault nail gun, for example. He wants to be a dinosaur doctor. He can be a dinosaur doctor. We're going to do what we can to progress that. I think maybe we need to start putting boots in people's butts. And then we need to start with the kids. I talked to this guy tonight. He was talking about the oppressed races of this country and how he supports them and how he's a proud African American. So I figured I got to get in on this conversation. So I'm assuming you have dual citizenship. You belong to some country in Africa and you're a citizen of the United States. He goes, well, no. I says, 95% of people can tell you're a black man. Let me tell you how I see things. First, I don't care if you're Mexican American, you're African American, you're Jolly Green Giant American. The only thing I care about is whether or not you're an American. But if you want to talk about race discrimination, here's how I figure it. There's the little dick Americans and the big dick Americans. I'm the little dick American, which for obvious reasons makes me the oppressed race. He goes, well, what about women? Women are better judge of penis sizes than men are. So all I got to do is call up their brother or their dad, have them measure their penis. They'll know better than we do what race they're from. Now that we've settled that there's only two races in this country, you big dick Americans, you need to send me $10. These kids committing suicide and they're fucking shooting up people and everything else because they were bullied. Really? I haven't gotten to high school. I was 5'4", 140 pounds. I look like I come out of an Ethiopian concentration camp. I can lift dumbbells without weights on them. I can also swing that dumbbell without weights on it. And I did, right into his kneecap. That motherfucker dropped to his knees, and he was now my size. Instead of whining to the police officer, to the mommy, the daddy, the counselor, the principal, the teacher, wearing your girlfriend's wet panties. Need to respect the fact that they identify them and identify them as how they want to be identified as. Makes no fucking sense to me. See, and I understand this identification problem a lot. See, I identified myself as a 300-year-old, 200-pound pygmy cannibal out of South America, out of the deep fucking green forest type deal, How transgenders, there's men who think they are women and women who think they're men and identify as such. This is how I see it. If you look like a goddamn man, I'll refer to you as sir. If you look like a woman, I'll refer to you as ma'am. And if you look like a goddamn freak, I'll refer to you as a fucking freak. Now, I have a deal for the transgenders. You can be wearing a dress, you can be wearing a pair of pants, you can be wearing anything. But if you reach down inside and you feel something, you're a man. If you reach down inside and find nothing, you're probably a woman. Go lock yourself in your cry closet and cry yourself a fucking tear and get over yourself. I think Trump's doing it all wrong. Now here's how I'd do it if I was Trump. I'd start with Canada. Cut off all ties to Canada. No trade, no border crossings, no inbound flights from Canada, no handing them money so they can survive type deal. I figure it'd take 10 fucking days and we can bankrupt Canada. And when I was done with Canada, I'd do the same thing to Mexico. After Mexico, start with these European countries. We don't need them. We're doing them the favor. So we bankrupt a few of them countries. It'd take about 2 months. Our country would never go bankrupt. Actually, we'd probably save money because we wouldn't be paying out all this money for armies and all that shit. Telling the president what California's gonna do? Really? Like they're their own little country? Let's make them their own little country. Let's take out all of his air power by making it a no-fly zone. That closes down the airports. Nobody can travel out. Let's close down all the roads. Because they'll be poorer than Venezuela. It'll take about a week. Let's hold good old Governor Brown and the Democratic Party that runs that state accountable for all the lives that get lost in those 30 days. And let's put them in prison. So, y'all have a good night. And thanks to those that listen. And fuck you to the ones that don't. I'm okay with it. Have a good night.